was Halloween night 2016. My parents had assigned me one task: to hand out candy to the kids in the neighborhood. My mom had stocked up with at least 10 bags of candy, piled high in a bowl by the door. We lived in a quiet cul-de-sac, the kind that barely ever gets any visitors, especially not on foot. Still, some kids knew our house for its generous candy stash, and every Halloween they came knocking. Around 4 p.m., the doorbell chimed for the first time, and I got ready with the candy bowl. My dog, Max, yapped loudly, his tiny feet skittering on the hallway floor each time he heard the bell. The evening progressed slowly, with a few trick-or-treaters coming and going. By 8 p.m., the neighborhood had mostly settled into silence, leaving me alone in the dimly lit house. I grabbed some leftover stew from the kitchen and made my way to my room. It was time to unwind, so I pulled up an episode of Stranger Things and let the silence settle in. Just as I got into the episode, the doorbell rang again. I glanced at the clock. It was nearly 9:30. Max went into a frenzy, barking nonstop as I headed back downstairs to the door. Through the glass storm door, a figure towered, wearing a clown costume with a sinister mask. His bag hung limply in his hand. He waved slowly, pointing at the bag as he stood there unmoving. Without opening the door, I told him we were out of candy and locked the door quickly. I stood there, feeling a wave of regret for even answering the door. The silence was heavy. A sudden sharp snap echoed through the house. It sounded like the storm door latch breaking. I froze, feeling my heart pound as the doorknob rattled. I texted my family, hoping for help, but no replies came. The silence weighed heavier, and I called my brother. He brushed it off as a prank and hung up, leaving me even more unsettled. After a few tense minutes, I crept back to my room, hoping the clown had gone. I lay down, trying to calm down when Max began growling at the window. I froze as I heard a soft, rhythmic tapping on the glass. My room was on the second floor, so I told myself it was impossible, but I couldn't shake the feeling. I gathered the courage to lift the blinds and my blood ran cold. The clown was right there, staring at me through the glass, his head tilted in a disturbing angle. I grabbed Max and bolted from my room, locking myself in my parents' room as I called 911. My hands shook, and my voice was barely steady as I explained what was happening. When the police arrived, they found only a broken latch and my dad's ladder propped against the wall below my window. The intruder had used it to climb to my room. That night, I left to sleep at my friend Alex's house. Even now, I still don't know if it was a twisted Halloween prank or something much darker. If you enjoy unraveling mysteries and diving into the unknown, don't forget to subscribe. There's so much more to discover, and the next story might just be the one that keeps you up at night.